Welcome to animatedteeth.com and the portion of our website that covers whitening teeth using strips, like Crest's white strips. This video takes highlights from our site's introductory page that explains things like what whitening strips are, how they're used, what kind and concentration of whitener they contain, as well as details about their effectiveness and the general pros and cons of using them. The first whitening strip product, Crest White Strips, was introduced over 2 decades ago. But rewinding the clock even further, the widespread availability of at-home whitening kits really started about a decade before, back in the 1990s. Even though these first at-home systems were popular, they were messy and cumbersome to use. The person had to wear a bleaching tray filled with whitening gel. Performing treatments was a bit of a production. Crest developed white strips as a simpler, less messy, less noticeable alternative. Their strip system replaced the traditional bleaching tray with a thin pre-packaged, flexible plastic strip that had a pre-measured amount of hydrogen peroxide whitener already applied. Using pre-packaged strips greatly simplifies the whitening process. You just open their foil pouch and apply them to your teeth, typically for a 30-minute treatment. After that, you just pull them off and dispose of them. There's minimal preparation or cleanup needed. Early versions of white strips didn't always stay in place so well, but that's been significantly improved. And since they stay put, wearing them only minimally interferes with speech and, overall, wearing them is fairly unnoticeable to others. So, performing your treatments, even when out in public like when running errands, usually works out okay. As rosy as all of that sounds, as a drawback, anyone comparing the fit of a bleaching tray over your teeth versus a whitening strip will notice the two are quite different. A custom bleaching tray has a design that ensures that the whitener is held against your teeth while avoiding your gum tissue. That feature maximizes effectiveness and minimizes side effects. In comparison, the fit of a whitening strip is much more haphazard. The strips are never long enough to treat all of your teeth. In some areas, portions of the strip will lie on your gum tissue. And on some teeth, the strip will not cover 100% of its front surface. So what gives? How can a sloppy fit like this produce acceptable results? Well, as it turns out, the irregular fit of a strip doesn't cause all that much of an issue for most cases. Everything tends to turn out okay anyway. Front teeth end up whitening effectively and evenly enough. Gum irritation caused by the peroxide whitener usually doesn't create a significant issue. And the back teeth where the strip doesn't reach probably don't show that much when you smile anyway. We will say that most dentists probably consider using a tray-based system a better choice for more difficult cases, like people with comparatively darker teeth, significant gum sensitivity issues, or have back teeth that show. And overall, most would probably agree that a tray-based technique using a custom bleaching tray is the gold standard for at-home teeth whitening. But for run-of-the-mill cases, which are the ones that drugstore products are intended to treat, whitening strips tend to do just fine. We cite several studies on this video's associated webpage that document this opinion. As far as whitener concentration goes, the first version of Crest White Strips had a pre-applied 6% hydrogen peroxide film. You wore the strips twice a day, 30 minutes each time, until you used up all of the kit's strips, which usually amounted to around 2 weeks of treatments. Nowadays, 10% hydrogen peroxide whitening strips are more the norm, although you're typically instructed to just wear them once a day, for the usual 30 minutes. FYI, peroxide teeth bleaching is simply a cause and effect phenomenon. That means that wearing 6% strips for 2 30-minute sessions each day, or 10% strips for just one 30-minute treatment, can be expected to produce pretty much the same daily effect, because both routines wind up exposing your teeth to a similar total amount of peroxide. By the way, just to make sure you know, any one person's teeth will have an endpoint beyond which they simply won't whiten any further. Continuing on with treatments just results in wasting product and may lead you into the realm of whitener abuse. On the other side of the coin, if you've reached the level of whiteness you desire before you've used up all of your strips, it's okay to end your treatments early. As a tip, don't store your extra strips in your hot steamy bathroom. Instead, put your kit in the cool confines of your refrigerator where their peroxide whitener won't degrade as fast. And, FYI, all teeth whitening results tend to fade over time. So, Any extra strips you have left over can be used for touch-up work. That should be enough details to give you an idea if using whitening strips might be the right method for you. Of course, our associated web page provides a lot more information, so be sure to give it a read. Also, our website has a section that covers tray teeth whitening if you'd like to know more about that. Goodbye.